Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Those who are new, welcome. Those are returning, thanks again for coming back. Today we're going to be reviewing a Western Shootout game, and I really enjoyed recording this, so let's get into this review. So, it takes place in this little western town in the middle of nowhere. And your goal is pretty much to stay alive, which I suck at this game. I did play this with a couple of friends, and we did host a small server, and I didn't do much better in there either. The one thing you will notice is it is a low poly style game, which is unique to its own graphic style, and the lighting in it is pretty nice, along with the particle effects from the smoke coming out of the end of the barrel of the gun. I'm literate, and it was nice to kind of see them put the extra effort in for that, for a game like this. You got like the rolling dust over by the train tracks area, the smoke coming out of the train engine. It just was nice to see. You have the blood screen effect of where you're getting shot, so you kind of know where you're going. That didn't really help too much. And controls were amazing in this game. That is one thing I really enjoyed. So, when my friend and I were playing it, I play a lot more of CSGO and he plays a lot of Rainbow, and in Rainbow you can lean. And so I'm like, hey, it's like playing Rainbow when you play it because of the leaning. And so we went on for about an hour and we're like, who's the better player in this game of Rainbow or CSGO? And it's a lot of fun when you can get people to join. One thing is the servers are a little sad on finding one. Somehow when I went to record, there was a live server already in game, and that was really surprising. Like, I was not expecting that to happen. You also have the ability of choosing loadouts. So this is the coach gun, and it's a shotgun. But it's like an OP shotgun. Then you have like a normal gun, Rudy Tooty gun. And you have the bow and arrow and the scoped Rudy Tooty gun. I really don't even know what the gun is called. It's like a model 18 something. But and then you have two revolvers. It's like the Army and Navy, and they're good, but I like using the main guns. The bow is overpowered. You can snipe someone across the map with the bow and get a one-shot kill. But the catch is, these weapons, you can't use the sights on them, or else they're like, put a blindfold on, spin around 10 times and throw it at the general direction. That's how good your odds are with this. Where if you don't aim down sights, it's like, oh, I'm a pro sniper apparently. Animations on reloading was one thing that I found a bit lackluster. So whenever you go to reload, it doesn't matter if you've only fired one or all of them. You get the exact same animation. So that was kind of sad to see. But, you know, for a game of this enjoyment, I sat down and I probably put 6 hours into this game. You know, I've played single player games that have longer campaigns and I can't sit down and do that. So, granted, I didn't record the entire time because I was playing with friends and stuff and didn't think about, oh wait, I could record this. The detail that they have inside is pretty nice, like bars, tables, as you can see here, have drinks on them. Behind the counter there's a shotgun. There's like detail in rooms, bedrooms. I didn't really go into too much detail, I mostly focus on combat. But you have different game modes. Gunfighter, Slinger has some nice ones. You have the gun game, you have team deathmatch, you have capture the flag, and then you have free for all. And this one is going to be gun game here. And I actually really, and like for gun game, it's like a love-hate. I love gun game, it has a place in my heart, but this one, they didn't really do it too well because there's not enough guns in the game to make it enjoyable, in my opinion. You know, like when you play gun game on CSGO, I don't know what other games have gun game in them. You just have a lot of guns to choose from. But you have 6, 7 guns in here, and that's where I feel like it was a bit lackluster, was you don't have guns to feel like, yes, I finally get this. So that was a little bit of a take back. But ragdoll animations are kind of fun to see. And you can see I'm a terrible player at this game. My kill to death ratio is probably not good. They also have capture the flag here, which the 3 flags here will always be in the exact same place. So you will have one on the train station over here. You will have one in this building, and then you have one in the second story of the building on the beginning of here. So it was a little bit kind of sad that they didn't change it around, but I understand that the code that goes into making it random does make it a little more challenging. And you can't capture the flag on the first floor, you have to be on the second floor for this one. So those people down there, I don't know, they were AI, I think. And then whoever has more people pretty much has the chokehold and wins the game. On capture the flag. But you'll get to the point in like game modes like this. Once you have the flags, you just kind of go around and rooty tooty shooty people. My one drawback that I do have to say about the game is I really do wish you could use the sights to be a little more accurate. And then switching guns, I couldn't figure out how to switch it to the scroll wheel. You had to hit 1 or 2 on your keyboard. So that is kind of sad, but you'll eventually get used to having to switch with the numbers eventually, but it would be kind of nice just to be on the scroll wheel and hit it. But I understand if you're on like a laptop, which this game does run on laptops, I would like to say. I understand that point, but most of the time when you play on a laptop, you're gonna hook up a mouse. Because whenever I play games on my laptop, A, I'm hooking up a controller, or 2, my mouse is going to it. And it's very rare that I actually play games. Another thing is, you could stick the gun through the wall and shoot someone on the other side. So that was a bit weird, but you know, every game has a little bit. So how do I rate this game? It got a 7 for enjoyability. You know, you could get your friends to play it and host a little server, and you could put bots in it. You know, most of the time there will be bots if you don't play with friends. Controls got a 7. They were simple, easy to use. And you also had the Lena thing, which I didn't really find myself using, but it just was kind of fun. Like, if you want to peek around the corner, like, when you're playing with, like, friends, I did use it a little more there. But, like, with bots, I didn't really use it. Visually, it gets a 6. And why it gets a 6 is because I like the low poly animations. It is unique to its own graphic style. I like the lighting, I like the particle effects, but it was the reload animation is really what got me. The fact is that even if you fired one, it didn't just do it one, it did it for both rounds. So that was the one thing I did not like about it, and that's why it got a 6 instead of a 7. And next would be story. There was no story, so it got a 0. So this is going to hurt its overall score quite a bit, but you know, it's a multiplayer game. Now the sound got a solid 7. The sound of the guns firing, the bow, the walking around, it just sounded really good all put together, and they did a fantastic job with it. I really, really enjoyed hearing the sound effects. Now the overall, it got a 5.4, and not having a story really hurt its overall score. But I give this game a heavy recommendation, and I will put a link to this game down in the description to itch.io. I recommend you all play it. It's great fun to play. I spent too much time playing this game, I will admit. And maybe one day we can do a small little server if we get 11 other people that want to join in. Thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and you'll have a great rest of your day and week. Peace.